What will you be 5 years from now? Will you be successful? Will you be happy? Will you even be the same person? Now pause. Ask yourself, how did I even begin that thought? It began with one word, will. Strange, isn't it? That a single word, just 4 letters long, controls how we think about our dreams, decisions, and destiny. But wait, have you ever promised something and then broken it? Have you ever looked at the sky and said, it will rain today? Or been in a moment when you said, don't worry, I'll do it? Today, we'll uncover the science, emotion, and instinct behind that little word, will. So sit tight, dear learner. By the time we are done, you won't just speak better English. You'll start listening to how you shape your future with every word you say. Namaste, dosto, and welcome back to another immersive session of English Passage, your storytelling guide to the world of English. From the colorful lanes of Kolkata to the snowy paths of Himachal, from the heartbeats of Mumbai to the calm of Shillong, wherever you are listening from, I welcome you with gratitude and warmth. This is not just another grammar video. It's a life lesson wrapped in words, a story wrapped in structure. On English Passage, we believe that every sentence is a journey. And today, we take one more step into that journey by understanding the future form, will. English isn't learned through fear or memory. It's learned through emotion, repetition, and connection. And today, you'll connect deeply with how will speaks of your hopes, your instincts, and your quiet woes. Let's begin our passage, a story of grammar, humanity, and heart. What is will? At its core, will is a modal verb, a tool that supports the main verb to express mood or intention. It's used to speak about the future, but not just any future, a future that is shaped by belief, emotion, or instant reaction. The construction is simple. Subject plus will plus base form of the verb. For example, I will write. She will go. They will help. But beyond structure, will lives in 3 powerful areas of our life: promises, predictions, and quick decisions. And we're going to explore each one with detail and depth. Use 1. Promises. Let's begin with the most emotional and moral use, promises. When you say, I will do it, you're not just sharing information, you're giving someone your word. In English, this emotional transaction, this moral contract, is carried by the word will. This is called a commissive act in linguistics, a statement that commits the speaker to a future action. It's the language of responsibility, of sincerity, of honor, grammar insight. Unlike going to, which shows pre-planning or intention, will in promises has more emotional depth. You use it when you are speaking from your heart, even if you didn't plan it in advance. Examples: I will never let you down. I will always protect you. I will come home early tonight. Compare with, I'm going to come home early. Plan, not necessarily a heartfelt promise. Story thread. In Nagpur, there lives a determined and thoughtful 19-year-old girl named Rekha. Her family has lived in the same small rented house for decades. Her father wakes up at 4 a.m. every day, pushes his heavy wooden vegetable cart down the narrow lanes of the city, shouting the names of fresh vegetables under the blazing sun. Every day, he returns with aching legs, calloused palms, and a tired but gentle smile. One particular evening, Rekha watches him struggle to remove his slippers, his back bent, his shirt soaked in sweat. She quietly walks up to him, places a glass of water in his hand, then kneels beside him and gently says, Papa, one day, I will give you rest. I will build you a home where you can sleep peacefully. I will not let you carry this burden forever. Her eyes do not waver. Her voice is calm but full of silent fire. There is no calendar date, no legal agreement, just love, just faith, and just grammar. What lets her speak of that future with such quiet strength? The word, will. The future form that carries promises born from the soul. Use 2. Predictions. Now let's enter the mind's theater, where we imagine what hasn't yet happened. Predictions. Predictions express what we think might happen in the future. There's no commitment here, just belief or analysis. And the word we use to speak our thoughts? Will. Theory time. This is called an epistemic use of a modal, expressing a belief about what is true. We use will when we are fairly confident, not certain, but confident enough to speak it aloud. Grammar insight. Predictions often follow this form. It will, he will, they will. Examples. India will win the next World Cup. She will top the class. They will get married this year. Important tip. Do not use present continuous for predictions. She is going to the airport tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. She will go to the airport tomorrow. Future belief. Story thread. In the ancient city of Varanasi, filled with sacred ghats and timeless stories, there's a young boy named Aman. Unlike the others in his class, Aman doesn't talk much. He doesn't shout answers or run around in the playground. He is quiet, not because he doesn't know what to say, but because he is always thinking, always observing. His notebooks are filled not with lines of copied text, but with intricate patterns and numbers. Circles, triangles, strange calculations in the margins. His teachers notice that whenever a complex problem is put on the board, Aman's eyes light up. He never asks questions aloud, but always turns in answers that surprise even the most experienced teachers. One day, during a silent afternoon class, his maths teacher walks by his desk and sees Aman sketching something unusual, a complex spiral made entirely from geometric shapes. The teacher pauses, watches for a moment, then gently places his hand on Aman's shoulder and says, Asterisk, this boy, he will be a mathematician one day. He will do great things. It wasn't just admiration. It wasn't a vague compliment. It was a belief, a prediction about Aman's future. The teacher didn't make a promise, and he wasn't stating a fact. He was expressing his confident view of the future. And in English, that expression, that crystal ball moment, is captured using will. The language of prediction gives voice to the unseen, the upcoming, the yet to happen. That is the role of will. Use 3. Quick decisions. And now, the most exciting use of all, decisions made in a flash. Imagine you're in a room. Someone drops their pen. You don't think. You bend, pick it up and say, I'll get that. This is an instant decision. And will captures it perfectly. Electric light bulb theory time. These are called spontaneous decisions. No plan. No thought. Just response. And English uses will to frame that immediacy. Grammar insight. The present continuous or going to cannot be used for quick, spontaneous decisions because they require a plan. Will alone carries the weight of the present moment deciding the future. Examples. I'll carry that for you. I'll call him right now. I'll answer the phone. Story thread. In the crowded and colorful streets of Lucknow, where the aroma of spices fills the air and every corner tells a story, a 16-year-old schoolgirl named Anjali walks home from school. Her backpack is heavy with books, and the day's lessons still echo in her mind. She's a bright student, quiet but thoughtful, always observing the world with curious eyes. As she walks past a busy marketplace, a loud sound breaks the rhythm of the afternoon, crash. An old man, perhaps in his 70s, has accidentally dropped a huge bag of rice. The sack bursts open, scattering grains across the pavement. People look but hesitate. Some continue walking. Others whisper but do nothing. Anjali sees the man's trembling hands trying to gather the grains. She doesn't plan. She doesn't wait. She drops her bag, rushes over, kneels down, and without thinking, says, "Don't worry, uncle. I'll help you." She begins scooping up handfuls of rice, gently helping the man repack the bag. Her sleeves get dusty, her knees sore, but her heart is steady. In that single sentence, "I'll help you," lies no pre-planned intention, no thought-out script. It is a reflex of compassion, an instant response born from empathy. And grammatically, what allows her to express such an immediate decision? It's the use of the future form will. In this moment, will becomes more than a verb. It becomes a bridge between emotion and action. Anjali didn't intend to teach grammar that day, but in her spontaneous sentence, she demonstrated how English allows us to act instantly with a single, powerful word, will. Advanced theory and usage notes. Negative form, "I will not lie," is equal to "I won't lie." A promise in denial form. Question form, "Will you help me?" A polite request. Will they be late? A prediction. Errors to avoid. If he will come, we will leave. If he comes, we will leave. If clause uses present tense. Contractions and pronunciation. I'll, you'll, they'll, common in speech. He'll is equal to he'll, not he'll, a tricky one for learners. Cultural tip: native English speakers often use will politely to soften the force of requests or add kindness. For example, "Will you have some tea?" sounds warmer than "have some tea." So here we are, dear friends, at the end of today's story. But this isn't really an end, is it? It's a beginning, a promise you've made to yourself. That you will learn, that you will speak, and that no matter how hard it gets, you will continue. You've seen how one little word, will, can build your dreams, make promises, predict destinies, and offer help in a second. You've walked with Rekha, Aman, and Anjali. Their stories are mirrors. Their words, your practice. At English Passage, we don't just give you grammar. This is your storyteller, your friend, your guide, thanking you from the heart. Until then, keep listening, keep dreaming, and always remember, you will learn English. Jai Hind, Vande Matram.